Next, we're going to talk about virtual field trips. And these are a great opportunity to get students out of the four walls of the classroom. They can explore local destinations, global, or even otherworldly areas. It's relevant, it's engaging, and it provides some real world examples and exposure. So let's travel to our virtual field trip page. You're going to start from class link, going to the orange folder instructional tech resources, and then to the digital takeout option. Once you get to the digital takeout page, you'll see across the black toolbar that Virtual Field Trip Experiences is one of the tabs. And if you click on that, it's going to bring you to the Virtual Field Trip page. You can see there's a little description here, as well as a little disclaimer as you scroll down, that when you see this teacher led only, it means that you want to be sure that you preview that before you share it with your students. Um, and that little symbol is going to be, as you can see here on the preview, on any of the trips that might need you to take a second look for some of the content. We're on the main virtual field trip collection page here, which is a collection, as you see, of all of the virtual field trips that we have compiled. You'll notice that each one of them is thematic. So we have zoos and aquariums, local attractions in Anne Arundel County, national parks, museums, space, the wonders of the world, a lot of our historical sites, some library field trips. There are even a couple that are just for fun and seasonal. We also have included some math destinations. So the setup of each of these virtual field trip slide decks is pretty much the same. So if I click on the zoos and aquariums, you're going to see that it opens up a preview in Google Slides. And so from here, I'm going to be able to click through and view all of the different options. I can click on each of these links to take me to that spot. So if I want to visit the Dublin Zoo in Ireland, I'll simply click on that link. It will open in a new window, and I can see all of my virtual field trip experience stuff here. Most of these are live streams or videos of that location, and some of the spots that we have included are interactive, where students can actually digitally walk around. Using the arrows at the bottom, you can see all of the pages of this collection. And again, each of the links here will take you to a new page. Now, we know that every field trip really deserves some follow-up activities or some activities while the field trip is happening to keep students engaged. So coming up again to our black toolbar, not only do we have all of our collections, but we also have a field trip activity page. And if you notice here, as we scroll down on the page, it's going to have some ideas for you to use along with your virtual field trip or as follow-up afterwards. So each of these little ideas has a description as well as the link that you can click on to use that template or that idea. Maybe it's something as simple as your students are taking Cornell notes while they are visiting that destination. Um, this little link here, I love the discussion questions for virtual field trips. It literally just brings up a Google Doc of a ton of different questions that you can use with your students as you're watching or going through that field trip. There are some general questions that you could ask for any trip. There are also specific questions based on the location, so nature field trips or science field trips or museum trips. You notice as I scroll down, we even have them based on content. So if you wanted to have some specific math questions that you're incorporating, science, social studies, and English language arts. So this is an excellent resource, even just for you as the teacher, or you could certainly take these ideas, these question stems, and put them into some sort of activity for the students to do in Brightspace. As I scroll down the activities page, you'll notice that there are lots of great options. I love the idea of creating a Netflix preview for the destination that they visited. So if we went to the zoo, they would create sort of that Netflix template to advertise the place that they went and all the things that they learned. Of course, the passport is one of our favorites. As they visit different locations around the world, they can be taking notes there. And a lot of these other fun ones, depending on how much time you have, could be really great, like a suitcase unboxing video after they visit that location. What would they have brought back? What did they learn? Again, for each one of these, you're simply going to click on the link. It will open in a new tab. This one happens to be a Wixie project, and from there you can customize and send to your students. The third option on our virtual field trip tab is the virtual field trip help page. So this is a great one for being able to rewatch how to use the website if you need to. And it's also just a bunch of great resources. Across the top in the gray tab, you'll see these are all the Google Earth resources. You're also going to see that there are Discovery Education resources. Sometimes this will bring you to the main page that has a bunch of different virtual field trip ideas, but it also will give you some answers to any questions you might have. There are some great resources here. AirPano is one that I love. It's going to give you a photo list here of a bunch of other locations you can visit for a virtual field trip. These are going to be panoramic photo field trips that they can actually, you can see it's going to give you a 360 view, and you can navigate through with your mouse with the students. As I scroll down, you'll see that there are lots of other sites and help areas in case you need that resource. And I hope that you find something on our virtual field trip that you will enjoy with your class.